That might have been one of the most incredible hockey games I've ever seen in my entire life. Lightning wins 6-5 in the Stadium Series. Let's talk about it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, 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 feel the thunder.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tampa Bay Sports Daily and another victorious episode of Bolts Breakdown. And wow, what a game this one was. And the Lightning take it at home at Amalie Arena. Nope, not at Amalie. At Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and a 6-5 final in the shootout, and holy crap, what a game this was. Let's jump right into it. 11 seconds in, Brandon Hagel on the very first shot of the game scores a beauty, and it seemed like the Lightning were off and running, but this really was their only offense in the first period. It was a very troubling first period. Did not look very good for Tampa Bay. Boston outshot them 20-9 in that first period and ended up scoring 3 goals in that period. Stevens got one, Geeky got one, and then Arvidsson got one on the power play. And those were all in the later half of that period. Lightning scored early, and then Boston got those 3 in the later half of the period. This was the Lightning's first power play, giving up their first power play goal in 21 power plays, which is impressive. But it didn't look good for Tampa Bay. John Cooper was not very happy with how they played in the first period. They thought they were outfought and just didn't battle as well. And then we jump into the second period, and it's again the same thing. Boston bringing most of the pressure, getting really good chances and attacks. And then it's Polaritis on a 2-on-1, and it is just messy, chance after chance. And then Geeky again on another 2-on-1, and it again messy. Can't be allowing these chances if you expect to win against a very hot team. Both teams are playing well, but another very hot team. You can't expect these chances to happen and expect to win the game if you're allowing chances like this. But then the Lightning get a couple power plays in a row. First one comes right after that first goal as Oliver Bjorkstrand cuts the lead down to 5. That was his 8th goal of the year. By the way, Hagel's goal was his 26th of the season. And then on a really weird situation, Lightning get 1 power play, and then they take a tripping call, and then they take a hand pass. So Lightning get 3 power plays here, and they get two-man advantages as well in this situation. And on the first one, Darren Radish buries a slap shot, and boy, has he been playing hot on a contract year. I really hope they re-sign Radish because he's just been freaking incredible this year. And you can't let him walk because another team's just going to go scoop him up. And then not even a minute later, like 20 seconds later, on the second man-on-man, double man advantage, Nick Paul tips one home, and this made it 5-4. And heading into intermission, the vibes had completely switched. Boston was dominating early, but now it seemed momentum was switching jerseys. It was going from yellow to that ocean blue color that the Lightning were wearing tonight. And we'll get to describing the game, what I thought about the actual delivery of the Stadium Series in a second once we finish the breakdown and my thoughts on the game. But midway through the third period, Nikita Kucherov ties the game at 5-5. That is Kucherov's 28th on the year, and this was an incredible slap shot. Gets the goalie on the side, and just an incredible slap shot. And those were all of the goals of the game. And overtime, Lightning got 2 power plays, couldn't score. They got a couple really good chances, couldn't score. So we went to the shootout. Gonzalez was stopped, Kucherov was stopped, and then it's Jake Gensel beating Swayman over the shoulder, and David Pastrnak hitting the post, and Lightning wins 6-5 in what was a crazy game. Not just from the score standpoint. This was the first time the Lightning had came back in a 4-goal deficit. before, and it was just a impressive win. But that wasn't even the most important factor of the game. So the Lightning got a chance to score in the middle of this game, second period. It was batting for them. I think it was Radix who shot it. Hagel tried to poke it. Swayman did not like that, like at all. He just started gunning at Hagel, and they just tackled Hagel to ground. Somehow Hagel got a what was it? Roughing? No, it was like a checking penalty or something. I think it was him like checking the pads, and Swayman didn't like that. And then since Swayman was involved, Vasilevsky started skating down the ice, and then we had a goalie fight. And this just pumped me up. In with a 5-2 game, I thought I was going to cover a horrible loss that the Lightning didn't play well in. And then after this, it just like completely changed my mind. And the fans were more in it, and the Lightning really started pushing and pushing and pushing. And even that third period, it seemed like the Lightning were this close to tying the game, and then they did. And it was just an impressive win for the Lightning. And now getting into what I thought about today's stuff and the weekend stuff. I thought the weekend was great. It was an incredible weekend. Weather was perfect for it. They were talking about it on the broadcast, that it was like 35, 40 degrees. Perfect weather for it. And it matched up with even the ones up north in temperature-wise, which is just insane. And I just thought the setup was really good. The stuff I saw from the pregame and everything. They had like ropes, choruses, games, player meet and greets, and just everything you could ask for pre-game ceremonies. It was like pretty much like felt like the Super Bowl of hockey, kind of. And then team arrivals were amazing. I think both team arrivals were great. The Tampa Bay Lightning came out with Tristan Wirfs and Baker Mayfield in Lightning jerseys, and they came off the bus in creamsicles, and you can see Andrei Vasilevsky not wearing his, not trying to mess up that flow, but Victor Hedman wearing the captaincy, and just everyone seemed to have a blast doing it. As you can see in these videos, they're rocking, and these pictures, they're rocking these sick creamsicle jerseys, and the helmets, even the pants and the socks. And then I even think Boston's was great. The Patriot design is fantastic because their jerseys were really supposed to represent New England as an area, and I felt the Patriots were perfect for that. And then obviously the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl next weekend, literally 7 days from now, so that should be fun. But I thought the the Boston Bruins execution was great, and then just the environment was great. They had Tim McGraw performing. They had Rondé Barber, Baker Mayfield there. They had the USF CEO, athletic CEO there. They just had all the people you could imagine there. And it was just a great performance. And then I just want to spend a second on Coop's outfit and just the whole bench's outfit. I thought Boston's was really classy. It was a nice suit. Kind of fit that patriotic feel there that they were going for. And then the Lightning coaches were just wearing some outlandish outfits. They were incredible. Cooch was showing some body hair. They were all like wearing like 1970s Don Shula like coaching outfits, which I just thought was freaking sick, because that was incredible. And just everything about it was incredible. The execution, NHL and ESPN should be so happy for how this turned out. 64,000 people showed up. I wish I could be there, because if I got to witness that game in person, I would have blown my freaking socks off, because it was an incredible game, an incredible atmosphere. Just everything about it was incredible. It was obviously considered a home game for the Lightning. The Lightning had to give up a home game against Boston for this, and it just felt incredible. Boston traveled well. Obviously, the Lightning traveled well. Felt like a great environment from what I could see and hear, and it was just an incredible game to watch on TV, and just beyond how the game went. Just the environment, everything around was incredible, and it was just a very well put together game. But that is going to do it for our Stadium Series recap. If you guys didn't watch this game, the highlights won't do it justice. It was an incredible hockey game. Lightning again win 6-5 in the shootout against the Boston Bruins in the Stadium Series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the Stadium Series and just this overall weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be breaking down the Lightning and Sabres on Tuesday.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.